Welcome to RAG Assistant, your AI-powered assistant for intelligent conversations, document analysis, and web research. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how this RAG Assistant works and how you can install and set up this after that. Okay, so now let's set up our API keys. But before that, let me show you how this assistant works and what are the features provided by this assistant. The first main features that this extension provides is smart text selection. Okay, after that we can also analyze document. So smart text selection, select any text on a web page, right click and instantly analyze or chat about it with AI. After that we can also analyze our documents like PDF, text and many more with our intelligent AI assistant. The next feature that this extension provides is real-time web research. So with real-time web research, you can instantly get any information from AI-powered web research and deep scraping assistant. Not only this, you can also create your own custom AI assistants by setting different settings, prompts, knowledge bases, and personalities. The next main feature is provided is the sidebar chat that you can open like this, and you can instantly analyze anything on any web page. After that, you can also use quick actions for common tasks like summaries, translate, explain, and more. Okay, so now I have explained you everything and how our assistant works. Now this is time to set up our OpenAI API keys and many other API keys that are needed there. But before that, we need to make you understand how you can install this. You just need to open Chrome App Store, and after that you need to type this RAG assistant there. Okay, and then you can find our assistant there. So now let me search it, and you can see our assistant is showing there. You just need to install it, and now you can use it. So now I already installed this extension here. Okay, you can see the features provided by this extension. Now it is time to set up our API keys. I'm again on our settings page, and now let me show you how our settings page works and what API keys we need to open the settings page. You just need to click on extension icon. You need to click on settings page here, and you can open the settings tab there. Okay, so now let me explain you. You will basically see 6 API key fields there. Here's what you need to know. You only need to set up only one AI model to get started. The rest are completely optional. For example, if you want an OpenAI key, just paste it in the OpenAI API key field. If you want, you can now use GPT and other OpenAI models. Okay, I already saved my OpenAI API key there. Now you can also save other API key like DeepSeek, Anthropic, Google and Grok API key, but those are completely optional because we just need to save only one API key for our AI model. I already saved that, and now let's move forward. Okay, now there is a time to set our Serper API key as well, because I already saved my OpenAI key. So now this is time to use the Serper API key as well. But before that, let me explain you why we need this. Basically, whenever our system needs some information from internet like news or anything, we need to use this Serper API key. We can just click on this link and we can set up our our Serper API key there. So I will just open this, and now let me explain you how to get API keys there. I am on the website, and now you need to head over to API keys there. You just need to copy it and paste it here. This is obviously free for starting, so you can use it here. There are 2500 characters. The credits provided by that website, and you can use it here. So now I already set up one OpenAI model and also the Serper API key, and now this is time to head over to the model configuration. As you know that I have used OpenAI API key. Now I can obviously select specific model from the OpenAI. There are multiple models provided by OpenAI API, so I will use any of them. But if you already used Anthropic, you can use Anthropic model as well. But I have used OpenAI, so I will just select the latest OpenAI model. After that, this embedding model. This model is provided by OpenAI, so for this you need to set up OpenAI API key in this settings tab. This model just converts the documents into embeddings, and that is the purpose of this model. So you can just select the default model, or if you want to switch to any other model, you can use it. but I prefer default, so that's why I will keep it as it is. So this is how embedding model works. This converts the documents into embeddings, and that is the main purpose of this embedding model. So after setting up this model, now this is time to set up other things like temperature and many other things. Okay, so let's keep it as it is, and now let's move to the temperature. So for temperature, I have selected 0.7, but you can increase it or decrease it based on your own use cases. If you want very strict response or creative response, you can increase it. If you want very focused and minimal response, you can obviously decrease it. This is the max token. This means how long or how large your output should be. So if you want to write articles or very long essays, you should obviously increase it to 400 characters or maybe large. But if you want to only get answers for simple question like who is the president of America or who is the president of United Kingdom, that is only 1 line or 2 lines answer, so you can set it to 500 characters there as well. Okay, but I prefer 2000 because that's very perfect for long as well as short responses, so I will keep it as it is. Now this is very important setting, and this is the last setting that we need to do in our extension. This is the rack configuration. The first thing comes there is chunk size. Okay, so chunk size is basically, okay, I think there is no other settings, so we will leave everything as it is. Okay, so now let's discuss these last four boxes. So the chunk size means the characters, how many characters we want. Okay, so it means whenever we upload our document, like the long document, that can be PDF, Word document or anything, our AI model will just convert that document into 1000 characters chunks. So each chunk will contain 1000 characters. The next chunk also will contain 1000 characters, and so on. So our document will be converted into chunks with that number of characters for each chunk. Okay, so I set 1000 characters. Chunk overlap is the same thing. That's just number of characters that each chunk will share with the next chunk. Okay, so there can be multiple chunks. So if you want AI to not miss any contextual information from your documents, you can increase it to 200 or maybe maximum of 300. That's fine, I think. Okay, so this is how chunk overlap works. So that's just a number of characters that each chunk share with the next chunk. Okay, you can leave it as it is. This is the top K results. This means whenever you query something, like you ask something that should be in the document, our AI will find specific information from our document. So this means how many chunks you want to send to AI to answer your query. So if you increase it, AI will never miss any important information from your documents. If you decrease it, it can miss some important information that is obviously in the document, but AI would not be able to answer that. The last thing is similarity threshold. If you increase the similarity threshold, your AI will obviously get less responses for your queries. Sometimes it can miss any important information, but if you decrease it, it means AI will never miss any important information from your documents. So like if you query something like what are Wi-Fi passwords set in our document, sometimes it can miss any important information regarding that sentence in our document if this is very strict. But if you make it very loose, like 0.2 or 0.3, very close to the 0, so it means it will not miss any important information, and it will send AI the most relevant sentences regarding to Wi-Fi passwords, and then our AI will be able to answer everything about it. Okay, so this is similarity threshold. You can make it as it is you want. Now you just need to click on save setting, and this will save the settings, and our assistant is ready to go now. The last thing I again will tell you that for text embedding model, you have to use OpenAI API key there. Okay, so if you want to use embedding model for the RAG, you must use your OpenAI API key, or you must save your OpenAI API key in our settings tab. Okay, so this is it, and now I am sure you have got everything set up, and now the next step is to create the assistant that we will obviously do in our next video. So till then, we can wait for the next video, and then we can move forward. Thank you.